Let's look at some of the environmental aspects of algae, how they are important to the environment, what they do, how it really becomes interesting to understand algae. First off, when we look at algae, we look at the intertidal zone. The intertidal zone is basically the area that is above water at low tide and underwater at high tide. Here's a picture of an area. You can see the beach coming in on the rocks over there. The intertidal zone starts at low tide. That would be this area because this is the area that you're at with low tide. It goes up to high tide. You can see the mark on the sand over there. You can see the mark on the rocks over here. That's how much this water is going to go up. That's probably about a meter or so over the span of the day. This in here is the intertidal zone. Many times you find algae and things growing in that particular area. Algae can be used as fertilizer. There is a algae called Anabaena that has the ability to fix nitrogen. It's considered to be a cyanobacterium, which means that it is a blue-green algae. It's actually prokaryotic. It looks like this. It has the ability to fix nitrogen. You can see this little dot up here in the center. That is what they call a heterocyst. This is the part where it actually is going to cause the fixation of nitrogen. You let this grow, you incorporate it into the soil, it adds nitrogen. It also grows under the leaves of a water fern that's called a zola. The zola looks like this. It is a little fern that grows on the water. This is no more than about 1/4 of an inch in size. You can see that it's a higher plant. It's got a little bit more structure to it than in the algae. The association of these allow for nitrogen fixation. These will now have a higher nitrogen content, so this material can be incorporated in. This is a pond growing with a zola and a few other things on top of the water. You can see how much of it actually you've got. These can be quite interesting to use as far as a fertilizer goes. Algae can be used in wastewater treatment. Some algae can grow just about anywhere, and in wastewater treatment, they will grow the algae on the water. They fix the nutrients. You can then harvest the algae and get the nutrients out of them. This shows you algae growing. You can imagine how much, as far as nutrients, this actually picks up. You'd harvest this, and then you would use it as a manure on ground. The sludge can be composted. Once it's composted, you use it. Algae are nuisance organisms. We talk about two words, oligotrophic and eutrophic. Oligotrophic means there aren't enough nutrients in it. When you look at a lake like this, it's very clear, it's very pristine. You can see around the edge of it how the water is very clear. You can see down a couple of feet into it. This is an oligotrophic area where there aren't much as far as nutrients go. This picture was taken in California, up in the mountains. This is a picture of a place in Florida. A lot of lakes in Florida look like this. You can see how it's just cluttered with all sorts of things growing in it. Why? Because it's got too many nutrients. This would be considered to be eutrophic. When we look at algae, there are certain types of fossil algae. We talked about diatoms. This is what diatoms look like. The outer part of it is made of silica. These things don't decompose. The silica sediments out, we get this material in here that we call diatomaceous earth. It's kind of a pumice-like material, got a little bit of grit to it. They take the diatomaceous earth, they break it up, they use it in toothpaste, they also use it as a natural insecticide. The little silica pieces that get cracked out of this will have sharp edges, and if something like an insect consumes it, it will actually slice and dice on the way down. Fossil algae are very interesting. When we look at importance of algae, there are a lot of different things that become important